श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोचन्यन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाष्यसे गतासूनश्च नानुशोचन्ति पंडितः. So today, Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, shlok number 11. And in a way, Bhagavad Gita is commencing from this very shlok, because Sri Krishna has started speaking from here, and from here, keeping Arjuna as a medium, Krishna is talking to the whole mankind, and Krishna will remove the deeply rooted ignorance which has covered us through his divine instruction. When Yaksha asked a question to Yudhishthir that what has covered the whole world, then Yudhishthir said, the whole world is covered with ignorance. And Dharmraj is absolutely right, because we are covered with the ignorance of the soul. To become happy is of course a very difficult thing when we are in a conditioned state. As you know, there are two types of living entities. One living entity is known as eternally conditioned, and the other eternally liberated. So living beings who are staying in this material universe, the soul is covered with two types of bodies. The first one is the subtle body, made up of mind, intelligence and false ego, and it is further covered with a gross body which is made up of 5 gross elements: earth, water, air, fire and space or ether, which is touchable. So in this way, we living entity, in actuality we are part of God, we are soul, ever existing, undying, ever fresh, knowledgeable. But when we are covered with these two bodies, then we consider ourselves as prone to death, prone to diseases, and we are conditioned in this way. So other beings who are situated in the spiritual world, they are not covered with this gross body or subtle body. They are free from these two coverings, and they enjoy eternity, they enjoy eternal love, they enjoy eternal service, and they are in perfect position. And when a living entity does a small revolt against God and wants to be happy materially, Krishna makes the arrangement where we come here and take the coverings and stay here. Even though we are in a material position, still we try to search for happiness. Why? Why do we always search for happiness? The reason is that we search for happiness because we are part of Krishna, and Krishna is happiness personified. So that is the reason we are searching for happiness. Not knowing, because we are covered with ignorance, not knowing that the real happiness belongs to Krishna, and unless and until we get connected with Krishna and serve Krishna, we will not get that real happiness. We are searching real happiness, that happiness, in this world, in material object, material relation and material achievements. So this is the problem. Arjuna, thinking at material level that my Gurudev, my great-grandfather, my relatives, my brothers, my children, they all will die in this battle, and Arjuna is mourning for them, lamenting greatly for them, as he does not want them to die. So Krishna now speaks wonderful words, and the first principle which the Lord is teaching us here, Krishna says to Arjun, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. So here is the principle. An intelligent person never laments for anybody because he knows that a real identity is not being a physical body but an eternal soul. So that understanding is very much clear to this person, to a devotee. Of course, a person who understands the spiritual science surrenders to Krishna and he is known as a devotee of Lord. So devotee knows the truth. So devotee never laments for living person or a dead person. Why? Because soul is not dead. It's only the change of a body. And what is the final uh, destination of the body? Body is always in the material world. When we leave the body decomposes and again it mixes with the earth part mix with the earth, the water part mix with water, the fire part mix with the fire, air with air, space with space, like that. So this is what is body. And the soul with its karma, see, karma are laws of nature, laws of karma. Now whatever we do through our mind, through our words, or through our body, it makes a result, it makes a reaction that we have to get. So, whatever action we do from our body, mind, or words, it creates a result which we get it now or after some time or in next life. It could be anything. And Krishna says that the results are in his hand, not in our hand. Our hand is only the mentality, attitude, and whatever action we want to do, that is in our hand. Action we can do, but the result is in Krishna's hand. And of course, the kind of action we will do, we will get such results only. But what time we will get, it is not in our hands. Just like there are so many types of seeds. Some seeds which give fruit in 2 months, some in 3 months, but some gives in 15 years and 20 years, like that. So it depends on the type of karma we perform. So anyway, the principle which we are learning today is that first we have to surrender to a spiritual master, to a spiritual personality. And being a spiritual master, Sri Krishna first chastised Arjun. He says, "You fool, you talk like a learned person, but you act like a foolish person. So your words has no meaning because your actions are not going along with your words." So it is the duty of a spiritual master to chastise his student, and fortunate are the people who understand that Guru is scolding them for their own benefit. It is actually Guru's and parents' love which come through their anger, their sweet anger. So all students should always keep in mind that whenever a teacher or a spiritual master is rebuking us, it is only for own benefit and it is a boon. Otherwise, who cares for whom? So this is a very nice understanding. So Krishna first clears this misconception of Arjuna that you are not talking sense, because intelligent never laments for death, because he knows that a person is not dead, he has only changed the body. So intelligent person, whom Krishna calls as Pandita, he sees every being as soul, not as body. This is the science, this is the principle which we have to adopt, which we have to apply in our life. We should deal with people first seeing them as soul, and that soul is covered with various types of bodies, and with the influence of those bodies, those coverings, the person acts whimsically. But a saintly people, a devotee who knows what is happening, he acts perfectly at the platform of soul. This is what one has to learn. So by giving the secrets of soul, discussing the aspect of soul in detail in this in this chapter especially, Krishna brings all humanity to the platform of soul, and this is the platform of actual happiness. And once we understand the difference, our whole life will change. We'll come to know what is spiritual, what is material, and what is the mixture. So we can very easily know things right from wrong. Otherwise, if we don't know the difference, whatever we do at the material level, it doesn't have much tangible value in the future, and neither does it bring pure bliss or happiness in our life. So it is very important that from the beginning this understanding has to be there, else we'll be at great loss, will be lamenting at the end of our life. And throughout the life, people, where do you see people who are really smiling or really happy? We don't find people who are blissful. We always see people are in distress, or they're hiding something, they're cheating, and they're in terrible situation. The world, if you hear news, you will find out that most of the time it is like a war type situation, and many of the countries are still fighting. It's a great it's a foolishness. It's a heights of foolishness. So this is what is important to be learned, that our real identity is not a body but a soul. Now Krishna will speak a lot about it in this chapter, and we'll take advantage by hearing and practicing it in our life. So we'll stop here today and discuss the next verse tomorrow. Hare Krishna.